What does it mean when her words say one thing and her actions say the complete opposite? Is every woman just trying to play with your feelings, or is there more to it? Because in this video we will break down why her intention can switch in a few minutes and how you can take advantage of this in a consent way. Quite often, a woman's responses are malleable depending on the man they are with. Maybe the way she's acting and behaving with you is not the way she would be acting and behaving in the same situation with a different guy. That she knows more, that has been introduced by her friends, who knows? At least there is a difference between you and somebody else. But even knowing that, if you try to force something happening physically between you and her, that may turn her down immediately, even if you look like Brad Pitt. And in the movie Friends with Benefits, we see a great example of this, greatly played by Justin Timberlake when he's trying to have sex in the movie with Mila Kunis, and at this point those two characters, the two main characters of the movie, already had sex before because they were friends with benefits. But then she said, no, I want a real boyfriend again, somebody I can share my whole life with, and you and me have just been friends, so they mutually accept to just remain friends with nothing else. But then, wait for it, a few weeks later they go on a trip together for some event, and he is sneaking into her bedroom at night because he thinks that she has been sending him the signals to have sex that they had kind of joked about when they were actually in a relationship together. And he's entering, but then she says, no, I didn't send you any signals, I do not want this. So here is what she says initially before changing her mind.
Jamie, hey, you up?
Yeah, come in. I thought you were going to bed.
I was, but then I realized we were both single again, so... Oopsie. Oopsie.
Dude, no.
Why not? I washed my hands with soap this time.
Are you serious? Why would you just assume?
You cracked your neck on the porch. This thing. That should tell, remember?
I cracked my neck because we were on a flight for 6 hours, and you were yapping my ear off about how planes all fly themselves, and it actually kinked my neck a bit.
So, no?
No, not having sex with you. Talked about this. Because I just got dumped, so...
Okay, I'm sorry. I thought this would be a good way to take your mind off of him.
No, I don't function that way. Sex is not going to help. But you know what will? Emotional support.
Before we were sex without emotion, and now we're emotion without sex.
Exactly. I just need you to be my friend right now.
Okay, so I'll listen to you while you give me a hand job. I'm kidding. I got it. Good night.
Wait, hold on. Friends can still hang out and, I don't know, listen to music.
Listen to music?
The most important aspect of everything you see in the beginning of that scene is the fact he's willingly saying, okay, I don't do anything, and he's willingly turning away and going away to respect her boundaries. That is the most important aspect even of this whole video. If she doesn't sense that when she says no, you respect the boundary and slow down, which doesn't mean completely vanishing all the time, but at least you slow down and take the time to talk. When she can notice you respect that boundary, many things that she said no initially will change later, because she sees, oh, okay, when I say something, he listens, at least. Quite often when a woman says no, it is just a test for boundaries. It's like sometimes how much do you want this and keep pursuing, but keep pursuing without forcing. It's always the tricky thing in seduction, pursuing somebody without brutally forcing anything to happen. So usually when they test like this for boundaries, one essential thing they are looking for is just feeling safe. They just want to see if they can be safe enough around you. Because maybe as a guy you think it is just about the actual act of physical penetration in her body. For them, quite often it's not even about letting you or not letting you penetrate. They might even be okay to just let you stick it in one time if that makes you happy. That is not really about the physical action. It is more about, does she feel emotionally safe enough around you to let you do it? It's more the emotional lock you have to unlock before anything happens, more than the actual wetness of her vagina or anything physical you think about. This is really just secondary. Mostly it is about how safe she feels around you based on what is your reaction based on what she says. Do you respect when she says something or not at all? So once she can see that he's okay with respecting that boundary, then, oh, curiously she's getting more relaxed, and actually he's the one inviting him to at least stay together. yeah, stay together for sure. At least she's getting more open to it, and that is why this scene happens in the way it happens later. At this point, you can see that he really doesn't care anymore, and she doesn't really care anymore either. Okay, for sure, they already know each other, that may facilitate the whole process, but even if you don't know her already for several weeks, this kind of scene happened to me also in the past, and I noticed when I stopped, or when you stop considering this a big deal, that, oh, you have to make something happen, and you just start considering her like your buddy you can just have fun with, then not saying you should picture her as a guy friend, but just the fact you stop considering her a potential match for the night, that removes all the pressure and tension from your own mind. And with all of that pressure and tension vanished away from your mind, you also become more free to say all the things you would like to say, even when you are uncomfortable because I'm not sure if I should say this. Yeah, when you don't care anymore, you just say it anyway. And that's what makes the seduction process work much smoother. So get to the point where you no longer care about making it happen or not. I know sometimes many guys have trouble actually knowing what to say because they think too much. If you want to facilitate this whole thing, you also have 5 of the best language patterns I have ever used in such situations down below in the description, and you can read them and practice using them if that helps you. And even without this, simply say whatever you are spontaneously compelled to say when you no longer care about fucking this one or that one anymore. Because once that letting go process fully happens and transcends through you and through your genitals eventually, or hers, who knows, that might happen quite soon, then these kind of things will happen next.
Have you really never brought a girl home before?
I brought you here.
I mean like a real girl, not a friend.
A real girl.
Yeah.
I guess not. Separation of church and state.
Ah, yes. Ugh. It's wrong. What?
Nothing. Just glad I met you.
Yeah, well, knowing you doesn't suck either. I know what I said. Oopsie.
Ah! Ta-da! Finally! My favorite part of the movie, and also my favorite line when she says, I know what I said. But let's come back to this later. First of all, what you can learn from that last clip is that legit compliments, real legit compliments, not just the thing every other guy has told her 1,000 times, like, oh, you have beautiful blue eyes, but something actually you like about her, that tends to escalate tension way more, positive tension, escalate attraction way more than she was inclined to initially. If there is already trust and safe space built up and you add compliments on top of this, that is usually getting her more elevated and more inclined to make something happen with you. And secondly, therefore, I know what I said, when he's trying to get back into logical understanding, like most men do, they try to figure out what happens before making a move, then she just means this, I know what I said, as shut the fuck up, I want to stop thinking and just start feeling fully with you. I want to emphasize that one more time, listen carefully. Most guys think they have to understand everything logically before they understand what to do next. For women it is much more feeling based, like does she feel safe? Yes. Does she feel like you take care of her? Yes. Does she feel like you display some masculine qualities, like you're dominant enough, you are cool with being criticized, any of those qualities? Yes. Then if she feels all of those things and you start making just one simple move, that might be enough. Stop trying to figure it out consciously, because I said this 5 minutes ago, I should say this now. Okay, all the techniques, they help if you are clueless, but you need to remain 20% into techniques and 80% into what kind of reaction she's giving you exactly at this moment. The more spontaneous her reactions, positive reactions become with you, the more you need to stop thinking and go along with the flow. I know that might seem metaphoric, but go along with the flow means, in more concrete terms, you notice what kind of response she has physically with you, and you go along with those responses. And stop trying to analyze that you should maybe not do this right now because whatever. Go along with what she's offering you at that moment. And I also laugh at that scene because that happened to me more than a few times when, by this point I like explaining stuff, like on this channel, I talk a lot, even when I meet a girl. So sometimes it happens to me that she starts kissing me and I'm like, well, I was surprised myself, and I think, what, already? Because in my mind I was not even yet at the point where I really try to seduce her more intensely, because I have many tools for this also in my background, and I'm not even there yet, and she kisses me right away. And I think, already? That's simple by now? So it made me also reevaluate who I was looking for and higher up the standards of what kind of woman I want in my life, which by now is pretty well suited, and it can happen with many women. Sometimes you think you have to think more and analyze more. No, sometimes you just need to make her feel safe and comfortable around you. That may be all you have to do. And the more comfortable she feels around you and the more trust she feels between the two of you, the more she will let you escalate or even initiate the escalation herself, like it happens in this scene. But also to be noted, if you haven't watched the whole movie, in the very beginning, when they first have sex for the very first time in the movie, he's the one initiating in the beginning. So of course, yes, right now she's initiating, but in a real life scenario, it is usually the man who has to make the first move. And if you're really clueless about how to do this, you can find down below 5 of the best language patterns that will help you initiating the kind of conversation that is more likely to bring her into the state of mind that will let you escalate physically with her. Those patterns therefore have to be used at a moment where she already feels at least a basic connection, and once this connection is there, or at least there is mutual rapport and she's enjoying the conversation, then you leading into those topics will get her mind more intensely into feeling sensual with you and letting you escalate in the way you want. All of that is down below with some hypnotic sentences in the background, and you can download this right away. And I tell you, thank you for watching and see you soon in the next video.